Hey everyone, Hunting Horn got a pretty massive rework in Monster Hunter Rise that has made it a much more active weapon that encourages getting up close and personal with monsters while simultaneously buffing yourself and your allies. As many of you may be looking at giving the updated weapon a try, here's a few sets to get you going. My name is Gravion, and welcome to Monster Hunter Build Bites. Before I get started on the builds themselves, let me take a brief moment to go over an acronym so we're all on the same page. The main acronym I'll be using is EFR. This stands for Effective Raw, and is basically the strength of a weapon after all buffs, skills, and crit chance/crit damage have been applied. Keep in mind this is not the actual damage dealt by the weapon, as there are a lot more factors that go into that, but it is a good method of comparing different weapons and builds. The higher the EFR, the stronger the build is. Getting into the sets, the first few options focus around the Nargacuga Hunting Horn, Hidden Harmonic 2. This weapon has 160 base raw, 40% affinity or crit chance, 1 level 2 slot, and a small bit of white sharpness, though this won't last long given how often you'll be hitting the monster. For songs, it comes with attack up and affinity up, both of which help boost the damage of the weapon, and stamina recovery up, which is just a nice bonus. For the ramp up skill and all associated builds, I've chosen to go with attack 3 for the extra 8 attack. Here's our first build. This set can be achieved without any charms, and nets you attack boost 4, critical boost 3, speed sharpening 3, weakness exploit 2, critical eye 2, horn maestro, and adds a bonus skill of latent power 1, which doesn't matter for the build. This set reaches 100% affinity while your affinity song is up, allowing you to take full advantage of the damage bonus from critical boost. It is a bit heavy on the decorations, requiring 3 grinder jewel 1s, 2 attack jewel 2s, 2 expert jewel 2s, and 1 sonorous jewel 1, but can be easily crafted prior to fighting the final boss. The set clocks in at 393.624 EFR at white sharpness, but drops to 357.84 once the weapon slips into blue. The second build is an upgrade to the first, requiring a decent charm to add additional damage to the build. As with the first set, the set reaches 100% affinity without the need for Weakness Exploit 3, but also gains attack boost 7 for the huge damage increase that provides. The set requires Weakness Exploit 2 charm to work, but the extra damage is well worth it. You will need the following decorations: 3 attack jewel 2s, 2 expert jewel 2s, 3 grinder jewel 1s, and 1 sonorous jewel 1. The set clocks in at 419.496 EFR at white sharpness, and quickly drops to 381.36 after reaching blue sharpness. The final set we'll be taking a look at today uses what many consider to be one of the best weapon options available to Hunting Horn users, the Rampage Agatato 4. As this is a Rampage weapon, it has access to 3 ramp up slots rather than the normal 1, as well as a significantly larger pool of Rampage skills. This weapon has 190 base raw, 0% affinity, and a solid amount of blue sharpness. As a baseline, it comes with some pretty mediocre songs, but that's totally okay, as we're going to use one of the ramp up slots to change them. For ramp up skills, I've chosen to go with attack 2 for the added 6 attack, non-element boost for additional 10 attack, and attack melody 2 to allow us access to the attack and affinity up song, and the minor damage boost from sonic waves. This set comes with attack boost 7, weakness exploit 3, speed sharpening 3, latent power 2, which is nice but not particularly impactful, critical boost 2, wirebug whisperer 2, mind's eye 1, critical eye 1, and horn maestro. It also comes with an additional level 1 socket that you can add whatever skill you fancy to. This set uses a rather specific charm that I managed to find, one with weakness exploit 2 and wirebug whisperer 2, but it'll still work well with just a weakness exploit 2 charm, losing only a small bit of comfiness. This set clocks in at 416.625 EFR, which is a bit lower than the upgraded Narga build. However, since it is significantly easier to maintain blue sharpness with this build than it is to stay in white with the Narga horn, this build has an overall higher average damage. If you enjoyed the build, feel free to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and share it with your friends. As always, the TLDR for each of the sets will be in the description, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Gravion, signing out.